Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scribo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Monday, June 27th, and the moon is in Gemini. This is lavender. It's my sister's favorite plant, favorite flower. She would always buy me stuff that smelled like that expensive French stuff, lactane or octane or something like that. As you can tell, I'm not really used to the finer things in life, but yeah, so I always think of her. And it's right outside the door, right? So every time I come out of my door in the morning, I see that plant and I'm reminded of my beautiful sister Patty. So she was quite the go-getter and a mighty wonder she was, and is, I guess. She just doesn't have that teeny-weeny birdie body that she had, but her spirit was big, and her spirit remains big. So a lot of things happening today that I want to talk about. First of all, we have two sextiles today. Sextiles are opportunistic. They're mentally stimulating. They open the lines of communication. Both these sextiles have the energy of Gemini, curiosity, conversation, sort of tasting a little bit of everything. That's the energy of Gemini. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I guess eating like a bird might be considered a Gemini thing, although I've heard birds eat like their body weight in food every day. Oh, goodness gracious. So, look at the mallow. Mallow's really blooming mallow. So we have our lilies, our tiger lilies, really coming out. A couple of mornings, it was too early for them to be open because the sun wasn't quite up yet. So I'm a little late this morning, mainly because there was so much to kind of look at and talk about. So so these sextiles I was talking about, we have one between Mercury and Chiron, and one between Mars and Saturn. Both of these sextiles started right about the same time. The synodic cycle, Mercury Chiron, talking about the wound, began on April 2nd at 13 degrees of Aries. Incidentally, that is the Chiron of the Roe versus Wade decision. And then the Mars-Saturn conjunction occurred on April 4th, 2022 at 23 degrees of Aquarius. That was, it was a very heavy time. I don't know if you guys remember. Well, it's all heavy, isn't it? We were sort of really ensconced in the Ukrainian situation. And of course, the Ukrainian moon is right around that 23rd degree of Aquarius. So we knew that Ukraine would be in some really heavy-duty, challenging things. But we have come to a point in these cycles where we're talking about them. We have to talk to each other about them. Of course, Chiron in Aries is the wound of identity, the wounded masculine, the wound of aggression, war, and the like, and a sense of not having the rights to yourself. All of these issues are right in our face, whether you want to get a vaccine or not, wear a mask or not, or have a child or not. The theme is there. It doesn't really matter what side you're on when it comes to this stuff, because the energy is there to be evaluated. The energy is activated in order for us to evaluate, in order for us to evolve. So that's happening. And then, of course, probably the thing, and I mentioned all of this in my astrology of the upcoming week. If you haven't watched that, it's a really good one. It's a little long, but I really get into this new moon in Cancer that's happening tomorrow. And I also get in pretty deep with the stuff that is happening today. But what I want to mention about today that I did not mention in that is a conjunction of Mars and Eris, which occurs today. Eris is the goddess of discord. She is rebellious. She does not like inequality. She doesn't like people who have heirs. She will get down and dirty, and she will cause lots and lots of trouble. And depending on how you work with the energy of Eris, depends whether you're going to be just a troublemaker or you're going to be a revolutionary, right? If you're going to change things. We have Mars now making a conjunction with Eris at 23. No, wait, how many? What's the degree? 25 degrees of Aries. I want to read the Sabian symbol for you. Oops, I almost dropped the Sabian symbol. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, hold on. I have it on my computer, and I'm holding the camera and the computer, and I'm walking around, and I probably should sit, which is what I'm doing now. So just give me a moment as I find this, because I want to read this to you. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, here we go. I'm getting there. It says, this is very important, so just give me a moment, guys. Oh, God. Damn it. Sorry, guys. I know you're experienced. Oh, damn it. All right, let's do this. I need to change. I'm trying to do stuff with my left hand. It's not working. All right. I'm almost there, guys. It's that important. God, what is wrong with me? I didn't have enough coffee. That's what's wrong with me. Okay. So the symbol is the possibility for man to gain experience at two levels of being. The revelation of new potentialities. This symbol is a guarantee that man can operate successfully at two levels of consciousness if he has previously met the condition mentioned in the preceding symbol, which is to be open, to be able to and be willing to shape your own translucent mind in a form revealing spiritual fulfillment. And you will be able to experience life and power on an inner as well as an outer plane. The implied message is one of faith. Man can only truly experience what he deeply believes he can experience. And so I think it's very an apt symbol for where we find ourselves on this Monday morning in the U.S. and anywhere else in the world where individual freedoms are being suppressed and oppressed. We are walking in each other's moccasins. We, a country of empire, are feeling what it's like to be on the other side of that empire as we sort of, in a way, are working against ourselves. But you have to understand that. You have to know that. You have to feel that. One of the values, I guess, of feeling disempowered is to know where your power really lies. And in this symbol, it speaks of inner and outer power. And many people have outer power, and because they feel like they're lacking on the inside. But when you are powerful on the inside, and we saw that power with the two women who were at the January 6th hearings, the women from Miss Moss and Miss Ruby, we saw what true power was, true power, and it comes from the inside out, and that's what this Eris-Mars conjunction reminds us of. So do not lose faith. We are going to make it better. We're going to make it safer. We're going to make it... We do need to make sure that women have their rights to their own bodies. We also need to be aware of the fact that even if you choose to have a child, we don't really take care of our children here, and that's part of it. I disagree with these people who say that, you know, we need all these babies and there's enough love and there's enough support for these babies. But we know that that's not true. However, if we could build something to support women and children, you know, we have to have the will. We have to make sure, well, we have the will, but we have to make sure that the people who do have the power to move things along and change things hear our voice and hear our vote. So it's all very important at this time. Do not lose faith. We are all in this together, and we have power beyond our reckoning. Have yourself a wonderful day. Please like and subscribe. Getting ready for that new moon tomorrow. It does happen at the end of the day. Today, tomorrow, before that new moon is a very introspective time. Utilize that energy well. Much love, everyone. Namaste.